community, we can do more than we do. And so that's why I wanted to do this. Community, we can do more than we do. And so that's why I wanted to do this. Community, we can do.
Camera for that.
Thank you for doubling it and stitching me up. So, can everyone hear me? That was last time we did a 24-hour shoot. Just make sure everyone can hear me first before we start. Okay, good. Excuse me, still getting over this cough. Smoking's not helping, don't lecture me. First of all, thanks everyone that's joined so far. 5 already watching, well 4 because I'm watching. Just to keep an eye on comments. Quiet, but can still hear you. Okay. Let me have a look at that. Bring the microphone closer. Is that better? How about that? Is that better, people? Okay, so I've got a lot to go through tonight, but you know, first of all, I know some of you have all seen my posts. I am exceptionally busy at the moment. I'm trying to juggle a lot of things at once, and I'm perhaps not doing it as well as I could be. Good evening, Michael. It's very formal. So, first of all, everyone's looking at the backdrop going, why the hell has he got that up there? Well, that, my friends, is in New Jersey, or a picture of New Jersey, or something like that, according to the internet. And in 1 week's time, this time of night, in fact, I will be arriving in New Jersey for CooperCon, the bigger pom. I'm very excited about this. It's my first non-UK con, and I can't think of better people to do it with than CooperCon. They are amazing at made me feel part of the community. So, you know, 29th of June, the CooperCon. I will probably try and do some live streams while in America. I'm not going to be there long. I'll be back on the 1st of July, so I'm really not there long. Really can't afford to be there long because I've got a lot of work to do. So I'm not going to go into my mental health on this. This is purely about tonography, this stream. But obviously this has had an impact on me quite majorly. So I'm still trying to do everything I can. But sadly, Hawk has decided that he can't continue with tonography at the moment due to personal issues. I'm not going to go into there. He's to talk to people about if people want to talk to him. He's not on Facebook a huge amount, well, I think we just have to accept that Hawk may not be part of the team for the future that we can see in the future. For me, this is very sad because is a very good friend, and we had a lot of fun together doing cons. It made it entertaining, not just while we were shooting, but the evenings, spending time together, going out, having a few drinks, having a meal. So I don't know if I can up the volume at all, really. Is he? Because it's maxed. Sound settings. Test your microphone. That's my speakers. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, it's maxed on oh, sorry, I'm getting notifications which aren't helping. Is that any better? Ping. Okay. Cable's trapped. Is this better? Let me see if I can do anything on the actual microphone settings. Is this better? Is this better? Is this better? Is this better? Ooh, much louder. It was like 10%. It was at 90%. That's a bit bizarre. Anyway, okay, so yeah, Hawk has departed us, I'm afraid. Now, obviously, we made a commitment with Hawk to take pictures of you all at MCM Birmingham and MCM London, and there is a lot of pictures. I just want to say we will fulfill that commitment. We're not going to just go, well, he's left, so we're deleting the pictures, forget about it, we're ignoring it. Of course we won't. We made a commitment as Tonography to you to take your pictures, and we will get them back to you. All I'm saying is please bear with us. Myself and the team, we're already talking about who can pick up and do stuff, who can get these edited for us, and we're all going to get involved in trying to get them edited up and back to you as soon as possible. But we are exceptionally busy, and so please bear with us. Hawk is still a good friend, and there is no issues between us at all. Don't feel that it's a falling out between Hawk and I, because it was not. He was here Monday night, we sat and we talked for quite a while, and at the moment for him this is just the best thing to do. So I wish him well in his photography in the future. I know he's considering doing some wildlife stuff, and we've discussed that, and I will probably spend some time with him doing that for sure. But yeah, so that leaves us with some holes in the team, really. It's all well and good having a senior photographer, but I can't do everything. So Hannah has been working very hard. She did an amazing job at MCM. She's still working on editing your images, just the same as I'm working on editing your images for that. We are getting there. We are only just over a month over con, so no, we're not even a month after con yet. So we will get them to you. Yes, Hannah is a queen. So Hannah is completing her mentorship. That sounds really arrogant. It's like, oh, I've taught her everything she knows. It's not. It's the mentorship is just to get people get comfortable, just to give them some basic tips and understanding. It's not, I'm not going to tell her. I'm not going to tell someone what style they should shoot in. That's the whole point of photography. It's art. I'm not going to tell them that. I will help them in, right, if you want that sort of settings, this is how we can do it, or if you want this sort of lighting, we can do it like this. Yeah, that's the whole point of it. And I'm far from an expert. The expert is on here somewhere, Mr. Rowley. We all hate you. We all hate your pictures because you're so bloody good. People keep thinking we're friends, for God's sake. I mean, we're just keeping an eye on each other. It's the only reason we're on friends lists. So yeah, Hannah is doing an amazing job, and you know, I've got an immense amount of respect for Hannah, and her being my partner in crime as far as a senior photographer within Telegraph is concerned does not worry me at all. I think she's going to do an amazing job. We are not still the same person. We are not the same person. Darren and I are not the same person. No way. Just appears that way at times. There have been people that have seen us at the same time, and you are one of them, Izzy. So we can't be the same person. Sam is doing a great job with her mentorship. She's working hard to understand, and she's got a large learning curve. You know, she's come in with basic knowledge of photography, you know, and a very good eye. So she's got a lot of the technical side to learn. That's a hell of a trick of the light, Izzy. It's a scary trick of the light. The thought of so Sam, I'm really proud of Sam. I'm really proud of how she's growing, and you know, and I will continue to support her and help her, and hopefully she will you know, become a senior photographer as well, if that's what she wants to do. So that does mean we're looking for a junior photographer. We are looking for someone who has a love of cosplay, who has a passion to improve their photography, not just to stand still. Because I said this to the team, this stands for anyone in the team, including me. The minute that you go, yeah, I've got all the knowledge I need, you're in the wrong hobby. Because I tell you what, none of us stop learning, and that passion to keep learning needs to be there. So that's the most important thing. We're already an established team. We are a close-knit team. So anyone that is looking to join us, we need to make sure they fit in with that and don't cause. There's no personality clashes or anything like that. So I'm being really careful, and I'll be honest. While there is a position for this, if I can't find someone that I feel would be the right person, I would rather go without, because the team's dynamics is the most important thing, without a doubt. Because you can have 10 of the best photographers in the world. If they can't work together, they're no good on an event. So the most important thing is it's someone that will fit into the team. The second most important thing is their passion. Base knowledge is not necessarily important, but a passion for photography and to have a camera might help. I can't supply cameras to everyone. To have a camera of a reasonable level, and I'm talking a DSLR or a mirrorless base level, is fine with a kit lens. We all started there, so that's a fine place to start. And I'm quite happy to spend time with the person. We're very lucky at Telegraphy. We've got access to a studio. You can't see it because I've hidden it behind New Jersey. But we do have access to a studio. We do have grounds that we can test and play in, and And we have models that are part of the team that are more than happy to be our victims for playing around and testing different ideas and things like that. So, and you know, all of them are very good cosplayers as well. So, and Izzy particularly is Izzy's experience is more as a model. No, I haven't even got a problem if it's Canon. If it's a Sony, yeah, I threw you in a lake. You asked me to throw you in a lake. Guess what? I'm throwing more people in lakes. But I'm going to give them swords. So, you know, there's that side of it. As I say, fitting into the team is without doubt the most important thing. You know, especially at con, we all get together. We all hang around together. They put up with me. We have drinks together. We have a laugh together. You know, like Cos Expo was bedlam in this flat. Most of Tonography was here, and it was just bedlam. Yeah, totally, Michael. Now, the reason I say preferably Canon and Nikon is because I have got triggers for Canon and Nikon. I'd prefer not to buy a Sony trigger unless I absolutely had to, because all my lighting kit, portable and studio and everything, all uses the same trigger. So it's all really easy to use, but obviously I have a preference to not buy more kit than I need to and buying a Sony trigger. I could probably never forgive myself for doing that. So yeah, so really we're looking for someone that, you know, they haven't got a brand themselves. They would like a brand. They would like to be involved in a brand. They would like to be involved in our charity work. They would like to be involved in the banter and the fun that we have. They need to meet certain standards of non-fucking creepiness, of course. And, you know, personality will come into it in a big way. We are doing this for fun after all. So it's not like you can claim I've discriminated because I don't like you. Yes, I have discriminated because I don't like you, because this is a little group of friends doing stuff together, really. And that's the way I want to keep it. Also, yeah, well, Darren, on Creepy Claws, you're well out, mate. You know, I mean, you are so far out. You creep me out, in a good way. So, Izzy, you're not creepy, trust me. I will not name names, but there are people that are creepy out there. But, you know, and that made me step back and said, you know, we are all bashing ourselves to death to try and get pictures back to people. And particularly me, I have not only got MCM pictures, but since then I've done like another 6 or 7 shoots. And I've got another 2 shoots before I even get to America. And then I've got CooperCon. And so what I do editing wise is very little at the moment, because I'm a photographer, not an editor. So I try and get as much right as I can in camera. Darren, when I said it, it was quite innocent. The way you said that, it's really quite scary. Oh dear, that's not an image I wanted. Sense of humour is important as being part of Tonography, especially as you have to put up with Darren. Darren is, we joke about it, but I have a huge amount of respect for Darren, the dirty bastard. So we do work closely with Darren on some things, and we do work closely with Poison Photography, Charlotte, on some things as well, because they have their brands. You know, Charlotte's is really good. Darren's, yeah, he's all right. But yeah, he's starting to get known a bit. I mean, Charlotte did ask him if he did do cosplay photography. That is still one of my favourite moments of my life, I think. So yeah, so we're looking for a touch-up artist, not a, we're talking skin smoothing, blemish removal, fag removal off the floor, a little bit of tidying up of the image, nothing special. Yeah, I will never forget that, Darren. It was just awesome. So do you, I've got a cosplay. Do you do cosplay photography? So, Darren, isn't that always the case? Except if it's you or Eddie. So I'm thinking we're going to need someone to help us out with some of this. So if you've got Lightroom and Photoshop, or you're willing to pay the £10 a month to have Lightroom and Photoshop, and you want to get some experience at touching up images, and taking them even further, if you want to go that way, play and practice to maybe do composite images. Basically we're looking for someone that's not interested in photography but is interested in editing. Trust me, Michael, Darren always passes that mark. It's one of the things, sadly, I actually like about him. We're so unbelievably inappropriate in such a safe and jokey way. So, yeah, and I'm hoping that in some ways our workload grows to the point where the website's taking off, the social media's taking off a lot more. We've not got idiots trying to make something out of nothing, and all that's going superbly, and we need to put more resource on those areas. So maybe we need 2 videographers, we need 4 people in the social media website team, we need project managers, things like that. The whole point of tonography is that if an area of these sort of things interests you, but you don't have perhaps experience, but maybe you want to do it as a hobby or as a job or whatever in the long term, tonography offers you the opportunity to gain the experience, help you gain that experience, to mentor you a little bit, and if you do a good job, provide you with a reference, which for young people today is a godsend. So we're looking for someone that can do those sort of things, or even not do them perfectly to start off with, but can learn. I have my style, Hannah has her style. We may be asking you to work in slightly different styles, so that's part of it. So just to run down which the rest of the team, I've already mentioned, we've got Michelle and Becca on social media. We've got Izzy doing videography, she's working hard to complete some projects. Ree is going through some changes at the moment with her moving back home, so she's taking a short break at the moment, and hopefully will be rejoining us once that's all done, depending on how the move back home and everything affects her. So that's that. We got lots of exciting stuff coming up, we really have. So during the summer, I'm really focusing on out of con shoots. I want to, and this is just not models but cosplayers, anything really that people want shot. But yes, I want to explore my creative side a lot more, and so that's my intention over the summer. I've put out a couple of casting calls. They might not be for everyone. Um, their levels are perhaps higher than most cosplayers would be willing to do, and I fully accept that. And I am in no way saying that people should apply for that. People have to remember that I don't just work with cosplayers, I also work with models that those sort of levels are not an issue to. So casting calls will come out for an art nude, for topless, for sheer. You should only apply for these if you are comfortable working these levels. There will be other casting calls for cosplay, but these are not cosplay shoots, they're modelling shoots. So don't feel just because a casting call comes out on Tonography that I'm saying people should apply for it, because I'm not. It's a job advert in effect, with no money, because I've got no money and we get no money, but again, experience. So got that going on. Also, we did the Mal cosplay day stuff on that, still coming, as Izzy said. She's literally editing the video right now. So we've got that coming up more. We have got, in my mind, when we did the Mal cosplay day, quite rightly we were contacted by some people that are trans, and that is a really difficult call, because while I respect fully...
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Shut up, Alexa. While I respect fully that someone may see themselves as male, I felt introducing someone that of the trans community that had perhaps not gone through the physical change into a male only cosplay day could cause issues. So my point of view on it was, I'm quite happy to do a trans cosplay day. I am quite happy to do a disabled cosplayers day. I'm quite happy to do a female cosplay day where it's perhaps they're people that perhaps wouldn't normally go to a shoot, but would like to, but are nervous, so they can come along, and there'll be other cosplayers, female cosplayers here, and they can feel more comfortable with it. That being said, another thing that I'm starting over the summer and wish to carry on, this is an idea at the moment, it's not fully formed, but I've been approached by a lot of cosplayers, or I've talked to a lot of cosplayers, and I've said about modelling, or they've said about modelling, and they're like, oh, I've never had the chance, or I don't know how to go about it, or blah blah blah. So I would like to put in place some modelling. Who is messaging me when I'm on live stream? How dare you? Some modelling taster days. So it's not, there's 20 models here and you get a little taster. The idea is that if you have an interest in giving modelling a try, male, female, transgender, you could be an alien for all I care. If you have an interest in trying modelling, I'm willing to give a day to people that I think that are serious about it, so they can come along to the studio. I can run through my experience in the modelling community, which is not perfect, it's not all encompassing, but I do understand how it works, understand modelling levels. We can discuss and work out what modelling levels someone's happy to work up to. Some may be lingerie, some may say, oh, I don't mind doing topless. Some may say, I only really want to do fashion. Some may say, I don't mind doing fashion, I don't mind doing lifestyle, I don't mind doing sports, but I don't want to do lingerie or above, and that's absolutely fine. Basically, as a model, you will set the levels that we will work up to, and we will not push you past those levels. We may, if you say I want to do this, may actually say, perhaps back off a little bit. Why don't you do this and this first before you jump into that? You know, yeah. So you know, it's really to give people an experience of modelling, and you know, I'll be honest. My hope is that I find some really good models from this that I can work on other projects with in the future. But equally, and then Darren will steal them. This. By the way, warning: anyone that I shoot with, you are at risk of being stolen by Darren. He's kind of kidnaps people. Yeah, all my favourite people that I work with, and he's like, oh, I'm just borrowing him or her. Yeah, that's the real reason you're here. I know that's the real reason you're here. That's all right. They'll come back. I just say he's rubbish. So you know, it's really to get a range of styles. I will go through giving you advice about how to stay safe on shoots. I will go through some of the places where you can find shoots and what to look for, what to be careful of, because it's not just looking for the red flag, it's looking for the green flags on these things as well. Yeah, and you know, all our shoots are free. Everything we do is free. We do not charge for anything at all. But as with everything, you know, if you want to make a donation, we would love to do that. Which brings me to the poll that I put up. I put up a poll saying, do you think I'm worth being paid for my services? And I was gobsmacked. I will say this. 94% of people said yes. And various people said, I would love to, but, you know, because of my situation and everything. And straight away I thought to myself, because of your situation, you don't actually know how much I'd charge. No one's actually said, well, it depends on what you charge or anything like that, which to me, if someone says, would you pay me for a service? My first thing would be, depends on how much, because you know, everything has a value, sadly. But not one person said that, and that surprised me, because you know, when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, well, you know, if I charged for each out of con shoot that I did in a year, a tenner, £10 for a shoot, you know, and the images back, that would actually pay for my May and my October hotels for MCM. Now, tenner's not much. Most people, if they really want to do something, can afford a tenner. If you really want to see a film, you can find the tenner to go and see a film. We are talking the less than a cost of a film with popcorn here. Yeah. But then, you know, I thought about it, and yeah, and I thought, no, I'm not going to change the way I work. But that doesn't mean people can't donate. Yeah, if someone, right, so I'm not going to name names, but yeah, I mean, there is that. Darren, I could say I'm not charging for the shoot, but I am charging for the studio time. I don't know. I just would prefer to leave it to people to decide what they think I'm worth at the moment. I'm not saying that's going to stay like that forever. It may well change, but certainly at the moment, I have no intentions of charging at the moment, but I would be quite happy to receive donations on the Ko-fi towards maintaining the studio, because that's the other thing is, you know, I'd like to add props and things to the studio, more different types of lighting, different types of light, modifiers, etc., but they all cost money, and money is a little bit of an issue for me at the moment with my mental health. Yes, and Darren, I have started to say to people that it's 10 images for a 2-hour shoot. 20 images for a 4-hour shoot. So I'm learning from you. I'm learning, my master. Your Padawan is learning. Yes, I am reducing the amount of images I return, quite simply because when I first started off, I was returning people 100 images off a day's shooting, and the truth of the matter is that was 100 images that I was editing, and that was maybe 5 or 6 got shared. That was it. And maybe I shared 2 or 3. So 90 images that I worked quite hard on to create and do just got ignored. So yeah, now I am restricting the amount of images I will return. Most people are happy with 10. If they really want more, then I would say there needs to be a some sort of financial assistance to pay for, at least for the cigarettes and the coke that I will consume while editing their pictures. Yeah, but I don't want there to be really hidden costs or anything. I don't want us to be saying we're free but we actually charge like this. So in some ways the donation is the best way. So yeah, I mean, basically, if you've had a shoot with us and you're happy with the images that you've got back, and you are in some way wanting to, give back to us, and thank us for what we're doing and help us to carry on doing what we're doing for free. No, I'm aware of that, Darren. I know exactly what you're saying, but I am not comfortable putting it into a business footing yet. I'm not saying I will never will be, but right now I'm not. But yeah, so if you're happy with what we've done for you, if you like what we've done for you, if you want to help us continue doing it in the way that we're doing it, it also means that if you're really broke one month but you desperately want to shoot, you can get one for free. Yes, shut up. Yep, I get additional images, £10 each. I can't charge that. But we discuss this offline, because I respect you as a professional photographer and a person that makes a living from this. I am not a professional photographer that's making a living from it. The poll was very encouraging for me. I was unsure if I was good enough to be paid. So taking it from that side, thank you for the support. Okay. I'm greedy. I'm greedier than Darren. I want to shoot with everyone. There are so many people that I would love to do shoots with out there. And unfortunately, not all of you live down south. I've got a lot of people up north that I get on very well with, even though they're northerners, I would like to shoot with them a lot more than I get a chance to do at cons. So my plan was in September to do a northern tour. Unfortunately, there's some personal work situations that is making that difficult to plan and to finance at the moment, but it is something that I want to do. I want to visit friends. I've got to get my tattoo finished, so it means starting in Newcastle, where Kaylee gets to torture me for another day, and I get to act like a complete wimp while she draws the most beautiful piece of art I've ever seen on my leg. but you know, so I'll be going up for doing that. Kaylee is obviously one of the people I want to shoot with as well, but there's lots of other people, so I'm thinking that I would. Scarborough is a definite, because there's a particular person there I would like to see him work with. Manchester is a definite because well, I'd like to see Helen and Dave, I'd like to see Kevin, I would like to see Emma Hill. There's lots of people I'd like to see and shoot with. Perhaps not shooting Kevin, but he's kindly offered me a little bit of access time to his studio and things like that, so you know, it's yeah, so a northern tour is on the cards as soon as I am able to, and I did slate it as September, but it might be later in the year or early next year, as soon as I can, really. Yeah, Michael, it'd be good to see you. We can have a night out in Manchester. Yeah, there's so many people I want to see up that way that, you know, if I'm paying 50 quid to get, or 100 quid to get up there and back, I may as well scoot across bits of the country which will be a lot cheaper to go backwards and forwards once you're up there. See people, do some shoots, you know, do some location stuff, maybe hire a couple of little studios, and maybe spend sort of like 10 days just bumbling around the north, seeing people. You know, so that would be really nice to do that. Manchester is a definite. There's so many people I know from Manchester. I think mainly because I did do one con in Manchester. So yeah, so I met a lot of people at that con. We won't name the con, shall we, Michael? No, that con that shall remain nameless. So yeah, but you know, so, and then I thought, well, yeah, okay, so I'll do my Great Northern Tour, but there's loads of people on the south coast and some amazing locations along the south coast as well, you know. So why not, for my next holiday, do another busman's holiday and have a little tour around the south coast, and then, you know, maybe Wales, maybe Ireland, maybe use my passion and my hobby as a way of travelling and meeting people. Yeah, everyone stays away from Kent. I stay away from Kent. The only time I go to Kent is to leave the country. Yeah, definitely don't mention that con. And everyone knows what con we're talking about. I mean, we've been going 45 minutes so far. I am getting through it. I've talked about casting calls. I am not come on to the 24-hour shoot. I'm going to leave the 24-hour shoot to last. So yeah, we've talked about casting calls. So the other thing that I would like to do, and I've had people ask me about this, you know, is I think I'm a reasonable teacher. I mean, Hannah and Izzy and Sam may have a different opinion on that, but I don't think I'm a bad teacher. I think I'm quite good at explaining the basics. You know, I am no Darren Rowley, and everyone breathes a sigh of relief. But no, you know, I have a reasonable knowledge of how a camera works, of photography rules, of basic lightings, setups, of, you know. So I thought, well, I could put 3 little courses together that could help people who are interested in photography, that perhaps don't want to be part of tonography but would like to get some skills together. And so the 3 courses that I'm thinking of offering is my favourite. I don't have the beard. No, you know, funny enough, I don't want the beard. I've never been a beard person because I just can't grow. So the first is the good old standard: get out of auto. It's the first step to being a photographer. It's the first step from going from I own a camera to being a photographer is not letting the camera make your decisions. And that's what it comes down to. The camera makes, if you leave it in auto, the camera is making all sorts of decisions for you that as a photographer you don't want it to do. You want to make those decisions. So that's the first step, getting out of auto. Of course, well, it's probably a day. Second bit, yeah, thank you, Hannah. I appreciate that. I'll send the money's in the post. The second one is basic lightings, and and I will take you through a basic 1, 2, 3 lighting setup. Explaining how to check lighting is right, how to achieve certain lighting, how to achieve softness, how to achieve harshness with lighting. Basics on how to use your flash, on camera, off camera, other types of lighting that's available, and how to use it. I have a fairly good range, so I have TTL flashes that can be switched to manual, so I've got manual stroke TTL flashes. I have got TTL stroke manual portable strobes, and I have got manual studio strobes. So it's a whole range of lighting there, and they all have different qualities and they all have different advantages and disadvantages. So that's your basic lighting. And the third one is working with model stroke cosplayers, how to interact with them, how to direct, how to get the confidence to go up and ask them for a picture, how to get the best shapes from people, because it's all about shapes. Art is all about shapes, and it may be, yes, as Darren has just said, if someone wants to come and do this course and we feel that you fit, it may be a good way of finding another photographer for photography. It may not be. It may be that people only want to do it so that they can learn how to use their camera, which I totally support. So that's where we're at with that. Again, it's not fully formulated. It's something I'm working on at the moment. It's going to have to hit a middle burner, not quite a back burner, because my brain doesn't work like that. There's no such thing as a back burner in my brain. I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, oh yeah, and I could show them this. That's how my brain works. Unfortunately, it's catch me if you can. So that's most of what. All 3 courses require you to have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera yourself. If you don't have a camera, we've hit a block straight away. You're going to struggle to be a photographer without at least a DSLR or a mirrorless or a push a bridge camera. So there's a few options there, right? So let's come on to the big one. Some stupid idiot, I don't know who this stupid idiot is, some stupid idiot went, hey, that 24-hour shoot, that was great fun, let's do it again, let's do it for mental health. And some stupid idiot then went and shouted that out, and now we're doing it. We are doing it. I know I'm disorganized, I know I'm not on top of things, I know there's a lot to be done, but we are doing it. Something that people might know about me or might not know about me, but if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I don't make false promises. I don't, if I say I'm going to do something, it's going to get done one way or another, whether I kick it, whether it comes kicking and screaming by its ears or whether it comes quietly, it's going to get done. So we have got a month basically, the team, to get this sorted. This is quite a lot of pressure for us. I as soon as I realised that, I went into panic mode and was like, right, I need to do this, I need to do this, and then I stopped myself and I went, no, I need to go to America. I need to back off. I need to get that CooperCon done, dusted, out of the way, de-stress myself about it. Because it is, I'll be honest, I'm really, really excited about CooperCon. I'm also a little stressed. I'm flying to a different country, taking all my kit. America is very well known for its awkwardness of getting things in and out. You know, I'm then shooting with people, 90% of which I've never met or had much interaction with, which is not true of the CooperCon community in the UK. So that, you know, as excited as I am about it, it's also just a little bit whoa. And, you know, because I've now done 4 CooperCons and I'm probably the most often returning photographer throughout the whole of CooperCon, I do feel a little bit of ownership into making sure that I cover the event as best I can. And you know, Alex said to me, I said, I see you've advertised from photographers, and I said, and he said, yeah, it's not that I don't think you can do it, I just think there's, and I was like, whoa, stop there. I was like, I cannot do it all on my own. There is no way I could cover an event and get the coverage for that on my own. You've got to have other photographers there, because, you know, yes, I will cover as much as I possibly can, but there is no way I can cover everything. No one person can. There's too much going on. There's too much fun going on. So yeah. So once I get back from the US, then my focus will be the 24-hour shoot. As soon as the 24-hour shoot's done, my focus will be my birthday at the end of the month, where I plan to get absolutely bladdered. And then as soon as I finish that, my focus will be CooperCon again. POMX is in September. Tonography as a team is going to be there, with potentially some other people helping us as well, Charlotte and potentially Darren, as well as potentially as well as another videographer that I need to talk to, has expressed an interest apparently, and so basically what I said to Alex is, CooperCon is a massive undertaking and it's extremely stressful. It's extremely hard work for him and Alan and all the team on the day, but particularly for Alex and Alan beforehand. They work, and Nikki, they work so hard, really, really hard. You know, these people are my friends. I've seen how this can affect them, how hard work this can affect them. It is, and I'm, you know, so I said, what can I do? What can I take away from you so you don't have to worry about it? And Alex and I talked about it, and the answer was the photography. That's the one thing I can take away from it. So I will be heading up a team of photographers at POMX, photographers, videographers. The team will be covering it. Really excited about it. It's the first time we've ever done this as a team. I know the team can do it. I have no issues at all. I know the people that I'm asking to help us. I've got, yeah, bloody hell, he's listening, but I have got immense respect for them, and I have no doubts about them. But it is going to take a bit of organising on my part as basically a project manager to make sure that we're not missing things and we are covering things. And as I said to Alex, he's made life more difficult by making me a warrior of light, because he's just thrusted me into the limelight rather than me carrying on being in the background, and more people want to talk to me. I certainly experienced that with POM. So as much as that is beautiful and lovely, and I can't wait to talk to all these people, it does sometimes make doing what I'm there to do a little difficult. But that's KubeCon. It's not a pressurized thing, and I can't wait to be involved in all these KubeCons. They're amazing. But absolutely no event does not have some work involved, and and that's true of an MCM, sorting out slots and arranging things and everything. It's true of every type of event. So we've got that. Now, bringing up MCM, I'm considering, and I'm going to do a poll on this on the Tonography website, or probably on the Tonography. No, we'll do it on the Facebook page. I'm considering changing the way I work. So at the moment, I personally offer 20-minute slots throughout the day, continuously, with a short lunch break. And that means I can see a lot of cosplayers and shoot a lot of people. It's lovely, but from my side of it, I don't fulfill much of an artistic side, because to be able to do that, you have to really stay in one place and for them to come to you, so you're just hitting the same shot after the same shot. And I know some people like that. They just want a couple of pictures to show that con and show their cosplay off. They don't care about backgrounds or anything. They just want a couple of pictures of them doing the poses, and that's a perfectly valid thing and something that I wouldn't want to stop doing. But equally, I would like to be able to be picky and choosy about a few specific cosplays, not even necessarily cosplayers, but a few cosplays that I really like, that I think will fit locations. And so be able to spend an hour with that person, take them off to a different location, be it just down the river or around the corner where there's some grass. Prefer not to use the car park, it's a bit done. Or even if I'm staying in a hotel right next to the centre, right, let's pop back into the hotel, if the character fits that sort of location or whatever. To just do a little bit more of the artistic side of it, rather than just bang 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 next, bang bang next, bang bang next. So this is my thoughts. Opinions are welcome, but I'm thinking of in the morning carrying on doing the 20-minute slots. I will do 20-minute slots, stay away from my hotel. Look, we all know you're like, my precious hotel. I'm not leaving the hotel, because if I leave the hotel, I might need to buy a round. Darren, it's your round. But just really to just mix it up, doing 20-minute slots in the morning. So if all you want, and I know there are people like this, I've talked to them, they're more than happy. Come along, get 4 or 5 quick shots. They're happy with the shots, they've shown off their cosplay, they've got an image to remember their cosplay by, and that's all they want. But there are cosplayers that would like to spend an hour with me doing a bit more in depth, and there are cosplays that I want to shoot that. And as much as Tonography is there to provide pictures for people, we're also there for us, and we're there for fun. I would also like to put an hour slot where I can walk around the con to take pictures, because we're applying for press passes now, which does save us money. Darren, you're judging everyone else by your own standards. Lots of people want to spend an hour with me. They just say to me, don't bring that, Darren, for God's sake. So yeah, I just would like to do a bit more different. Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's the way I'm thinking of going now. Hannah and Sam, when she's up to speed, and anyone else that joins the team, they get to make their own decisions. I'm not saying to them, you come to a con and you've got to shoot this day, this day, this day, and you've got to do X number of hours and you've got to do it like this. They can make their own decisions. They can do similar to me. They can do just walking around if they want to. You know, it's not, we're a collaboration, not a dictatorship. So, you know, they get to make their own call on what they do and how they do it. We just, if they say they want to do slots, we offer them the mechanism, we offer them the management of that slot management, basically. And that's it. It's really all we're doing is we're saying, okay, yeah, you're shooting under tonography, but you do what the hell you want. We will support you and help you, and we'll just make it easy for people to book with you. And because we're probably slightly better known than the individuals are at the moment, it means that we have a wealth of cosplayers that are happy to shoot with someone basically on our recommendation that they're safe and they're a reasonable photographer, or a good photographer even. So that's really what the collaboration of tonography is about. In some ways, is not me going, right, I'm the boss, because I'm not anyone's boss. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. There are things that need doing within tonography, and my attitude to it is, you tell me what you're going to do and you set the date that you're going to do it by, and then I will help you get there. That's all. So just going back to the 24-hour shoot, I'm definitely not my own boss. No. We all know who's the boss. And Darren, don't try and deny this. You're not the boss. I'm not the boss. Charlotte's the boss. We all know that. All right. Everyone knows that. There's no two ways about it. Okay, you've missed your deadline, Izzy, but don't beat yourself up over it. Just reset your deadline to a more realistic one. And if you need help, tell me. That's what it's about. Now Michelle wants to be the boss. Yeah, Charlotte is definitely the boss. She twists the pair of us. Charlotte just goes, I wouldn't mind doing, and we both go, let us help you. She reminds me of my youngest. So you know, for once she's not here, so she can't defend herself. So 24-hour shoot, we have got, I feel we've got definitely enough people interested, and we've got people travelling from all over the country. We've even got someone flying in from abroad, which is wow. We have got some awesome cosplayers. We have got some awesome lingerie models. We have got some burlesque dancers getting involved, otherwise than Joe, people I've met through Joe. So yeah, we've got some really good models, stroke cosplayers, and we've got some really good photographers, and we've got Darren. Good point, Darren. I like it when someone quotes Douglas Adams in regards to deadlines. But yeah, I mean, so Darren is going to be here, whether he likes it or not. He's contracted now. He doesn't know that, but he is. Charlotte's going to be here. Myself, Hannah, hopefully Sam. So it's 5 photographers. Eddie keeps threatening to pop in the morning. I have asked James Hall, but I've not heard back from him. At the time, verbally, he said he was interested, but I've not heard back from him at all. I know he's got a lot on. So a good bunch, really. and with a good bunch comes a lot of laughs. I'm trying desperately. I need to have a really good catch up with Alice because we're going to need to talk about the giveaways. We have got some things. I've got some ideas of some other people we can talk to about maybe. Hey, any chance of giving us something? So we'll hopefully have some good stuff to give away. Someone came up with a genius idea today about people trying to create the longest, most relevant hashtag possible. So I feel that could become a bit of a laugh. All right, okay. I will catch up with Alice and yourself, Becca, and find out where we're at with that. Thank you for looking after it. So that will be the aim of the 24-hour shoot. Things are a little bit different this time. In the words of the song, money's too tight to mention, so unfortunately there won't be lots of tonography mugs and stuff to give away because I just can't afford to buy them. But last time I think we had I will try and make sure there's some food and stuff in for us to do stuff. I don't want to change from my the longest one apparently to the Guinness Book, according to the Guinness Book of Records, is 733 characters, which I thought was a bit wimpy, to be quite honest. I was like, I could ramble on in a hashtag for a lot longer than that. So potentially we could hit a Guinness Book of Records to see if we can get someone to hit the Guinness Book of Records up for longest hashtag, but it has to relate to what we're doing in some way. So we're we might have a little prize for the one that we consider the winner or whatever. That's just an idea that's being thrown around. I quite like it. I was having quite good fun with hashtags today. Have I covered everything? I think so. What I would say is, has anyone got any questions for me about anything that I've said? Is anyone, does anyone, I am going to cover one more thing, sorry. For those that saw it or didn't see it, there was a guy decided to take a screenshot of one of my posts on the website, and basically accused me of being elitist, in that I was saying, it was a post against snipers. Now this guy claims not to be a sniper, so I have no understanding of why he would even pick up on that. He's not a sniper, so and yes, I know he's a troll, etc, and all that, but I just I want to make it clear, I'm quite vocal about some things about photography within the cosplay community, within the modelling community to a certain extent, because my first point of call is show the person you're working with respect. If you are a person that owns a camera and you don't really know how to use it, you only shoot in full auto, and you advertise that you are doing slots, to me you are basically saying that I'm a photographer, bring your cosplay to me and I will do the best to grab a great image of it, that you'll be proud of and you want to share. And the chances are, with a full auto shot, and someone that's shooting on full auto means they haven't really learned much about photography. They may have some very good base skills, they might have a good eye, but that doesn't mean that they can then convert that to a good shot. I think unless they're really, really honest about that up front, I think it's a little bit cheeky, because my attitude to it is, when you're shooting at a con, you are shooting T for P, which means time for print. So they give their time of this amazing costume they've made, and you in turn return some images that of a reasonable standard that they can use to show off their cosplay. If you are unable to do that, I don't think you should be calling yourself a photographer. And don't get me wrong, we all had technical failures, we've all lost images and things like that. Things happen. I'm not saying, oh, you've made a mistake so therefore you're not a photographer. What I'm saying is, if you have no intention of doing that, if you are literally going to take a shot in auto and throw it at them unedited, nothing done with it, overexposed, underexposed, whatever, because full auto is not foolproof, especially in changing light, then you are not a photographer. You are someone that points a camera at someone and presses a button. And you know what, if that's what you want to do, brilliant. Wander around the con and ask people for pictures. Don't waste the cosplayers' time and giving them a schedule that they have to meet you at Pacific times, blah blah blah, because it's their con too. They're there to have fun, they're there to enjoy themselves. Alright, and yes, one of the things that they enjoy is getting images back and sharing them. But if you're taking the piss and not even making a good effort at doing it, then don't waste their time, because there's lots of photographers there that will do it for them, and that both them and the photographers will get something from it. Don't lie about your skill levels. Certainly when my very first post, I was very honest. I was like, I've not really done this before, I've had a little go, but I'm okay with a camera. I've been shooting for 3 years, but wildlife and landscape really interests me. If you want to give it a go with me, then I'm really happy, let me know, sort of thing. And the feedback I got made me think that I was a reasonable photographer. Therefore, to say to people, right, well, I'm getting a lot of requests now, it's really nice, it's wonderful, really appreciate that, but that means that to be able to fulfill these requests, I need to be a bit organised, which means I need to put a schedule in place. And that's really what the time slots are about, is so that I can cover as many people as I can in a fair and easy way, without without any favoritism. To be really honest, there's no favoritism in the slots. People with intonography didn't get shoots at MCM because they didn't book them. And yes, of course, I went out of my way a little bit when I could for them, because they're part of my team. There's got to be some perks, but I didn't. Sometimes I just literally couldn't do it when they wanted me to, or when they thought, or when they were available, I wasn't available, and when I was available, they weren't available. So they didn't get pictures by us, and that's and that's the way it goes. So the whole point is there is no favoritism. There will be what people might class as favoritism in the 1 hour slots. I'm just going to be selective, and that what doesn't mean I don't respect anyone. It's just I'm going to be selective based on people's what they've done so far on the cosplay, how it's looking, is it gonna, and does the cosplay fit with where I want to shoot. If that is the case, then I want to try and create some amazing art with them. So it won't be about, well, you're a female, you're a male, or you're this religion or that religion, or you're my friend or you're not my friend, or I've never heard of you before, or any of that. It is about, wow, that's a really good piece of work. I would like to try and do it justice, and I would like to try and create some amazing images. Hello, Ed. Well, at Cos Expo, I already do hour slots. So kind of what I'm saying is the way I worked at Cos Expo is actually something I really enjoyed, being able to wander off, find a nice location, grab some shots. So I'm kind of transferring that to MCM rather than the other way round. I don't do that many cons really anymore. When I first started off, I was like, there's a con I'm going, there's a con I'm going, there's a con I'm going, and I've now got to the point where I do the MCMs because I love the MCMs. I love meeting people. I love the social element of the MCMs. I do Cos Expo because I think it's a brilliant idea. It's also very local to me. You know, it has lots of advantages for me. I do the Cooper cons, but that's as an event photographer, it's a whole different thing. And I do LFCC. Now LFCC, I will never ever do slots or anything. That's my walk around con. Yeah, Darren. Where are your Cos Expo shots, by the way, Darren? I haven't seen any yet, mate. Is that because they were in the bar? Yeah, no. I mean, yes. LFCC is kind of my chill out con where I just sit and chat to people and alright, I'll grab a couple of quick shots. Mainly because I really like seeing people at LFCC, but I friggin' hate the location. It's awful for photography, so I kind of go with a camera, but with no real intention of doing lots and lots of shots. We did slots at the spring one, and it was beyond a joke, to be quite honest. It was just impossible. I'm not a fan of 99% of what I took at spring LFCC, and that made me say, nah, not again. We'll just do it as I used to do it, which is go and chat to people. If a cosplay catches my eye, talk to them. Do they want to spend a little bit more time? We get out of the venue, or we find a place in the venue that's a bit clearer, or if they just want a couple quick shots, whatever they want to do. So, you know, how you treated Cos Expo, mate, is how I treat LFCC, really. Now, LFCC, I am hoping to get up there for at least a day this year. I am quite busy with everything going on, so it may only be a day. I might be able to do 2. I definitely can't do 3, so I may skip the Saturday because the Saturdays are awful. But that's LFCC's always been a bit like, I don't plan it, I don't intend to go, I'm not going, I'm fed up of it, no, bored of it, oh look, I'm going. Such and such was like going, and I haven't seen them for ages, and it'd be really nice to see them, so I'm going to go. And that's kind of the way LFCC works for me. The planned ones for me, 5 cons. May try and extend that to 6, but at the moment it's 5 con. It's the 2 Birminghams, the 2 Londons, the Cos Expo, and I may at some point stretch to Manchester MCM. Depends on finances. At the moment it's a no, but because of the cost. And Glasgow MCM does interest me, so I will probably end up doing the MCMs, Cos Expo, and CooperCon. That in itself is what, 6, 7, potentially 8 or 9 cons, maybe more, a year. So for me, that's enough con. Unless a new con comes out that I think, oh, that's 2 years ago I wouldn't have been doing Cos Expo, but I really like Cos Expo. I think it's really well organised, well set up. The idea behind it is brilliant. So if another Cos Expo comes along, I don't know, in the Midlands or something, a castle or something, I may well do it. And if there's a local con, I may pop along to it. I'm just not doing it in the organised way that I do MCM. And if there's if a con wants us to attend or wants me to attend, and they're willing to throw me a press pass or free access, then I have to do that, depending on cost. Everything at the moment in my life is focused around what I can and can't afford to do, because of some personal stuff that's going on. If things follow through, eventually go to plan, or how I'd like it to happen, then there's a good chance that I could spend more time at cons, or I could do more time travelling around the country. But at the moment, really my focus is on those cons and expanding my knowledge and my ability as a general model photographer stroke cosplay photographer. Cosplay will always be my first love as far as shooting with people is concerned, because it's so interesting, it's so fun. But if you go to my website, you'll see that I've been creating, for me, what I feel is quite lovely art with models, and that's something I really do want to delve into more, because photography is one of my coping mechanisms, and so it's important that for me that my coping mechanism is something that I want to do, not something I feel I have to do. So yeah, I'm expanding in different ways personally. Tonography is expanding in different ways as well. There may come a time when tonography goes to a con, but Tony doesn't. There's a very good high chance of that. If we've got photographers all over the country and I'm busy, and we may have another photographer go along. I'm a photographer. I now feel, I know I initially built the brand. Nice one, Dan. And I initially built the brand Tonography, and it is a growing brand, but I'm part of that brand now. I am not the brand as I was before, so it allows me to go off and explore other avenues while we still are involved in the cosplay community, which is, excuse me, not had a lot of sleep, which is a really important community and means a great deal to me. So right, well, I've talked for way too long now. God knows, 84 minutes. That's an hour and a half. Has anyone got any questions, anything that they want to know? And thank you for the 10 people that have stuck with us. Well, Tony goes and just gets to enjoy the con hangout. Taking photos is part of my enjoyment of the con though, so don't get me wrong, it's unfair for me to say that I don't enjoy cons for taking photos, because I do. That's what I love about it, that's why I go. But yeah, I like a chill out con as well, like LFCC, where I can walk past a cosplay and think that's good cosplay, but not feel the urge to go, I've got to shoot that. Or I can even stop and say to them, really like your cosplay, and that's it. But that's LFCC. LFCC has always been there for that. I used to do BFCC as well, Bournemouth. I can't really be bothered to travel down to Bournemouth anymore, not in con time, because it normally falls around the same time as either my birthday or MCM, and to be quite honest, I'm too busy. I want to do other things. For example, my birthday weekend is a weekend off photography. I will not do any photography that weekend. It is about you all worshipping me as the god I am. And if anyone took that seriously, no. Birthday weekend is all about seeing friends and just having fun. That's all I want to do on the birthday. I do enjoy I'm glad some people found that funny. Darren's like, well, that's how I feel about me, so, you know. Kinky. I do like vodka. There's no doubt about it. I'm not sure about being showered in it. But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy chatting to cosplayers. I enjoy talking. People might have noticed this about me. I do enjoy the sound of my own voice a little too much. I am interested in what other people have to say, honestly, and I keep asking for questions and stuff. So, you know, it's not that I'm just an egotistic bastard that just wants to talk about myself all the time. That's been sorted. Lucy is, she threatened to come in glitter only. She didn't actually, but I've twisted that quite nicely to that. So, Charlotte tried to say it's impractical, and I just said, ask Michelle. No, I'm not being glittered up for the 24-hour stream. No way. All right, I will put that out there now. No. Yeah, well, that is true. I'm the only one that wants to talk about me. Yeah. I'm really probably not actually that interested, but you know, there's been 12 of you watching me for 87 minutes, so I can't be uninterested either. Flower, no. Look, my birthday is nothing like that's happening. 24-hour stream. Darren and I have plans. I'll tell you what, Izzy, I'll do the egg if you do the egg. This egg shot's going to be like the ultimate. Well, I'll do it if you do it. Okay. It will roll off my stomach a lot quicker than it will roll off yours. Anyway, moving on. Moving on to the end, really. Any questions? Anyone got any questions? Anyone want to throw any ideas in? Anyone got any opinion on anything I've said? Paint is the fun one. Trust me, paint is the fun one. It's also a lot easier to bloody clean up. So yeah, anyone got anything at all? Look, no more. Okay, has anyone got any more ideas otherwise on how to make a mess in my studio? No, goddamn people trying to type fast. Look, it's a typo, not a dyslexia. It's one typo. Taryn, you had to go there. So many people, you had to go there. Do you know how messy syrup would be? Oh my god. Anyway. And yeah, I did notice you spelled dyslexia wrong after having to go up my spelling. Yeah, well, let's not talk about eating people, shall we? Right. I think that's done then. If everyone's happy, we're done. Anyone, no more questions? Because I've got some editing to do. Sam didn't read the post then. Everything we do is on YouTube. Snow. See how finances are. Perhaps for the next one, we'll look at getting a snow machine. You can take over. I don't care. I am going back to do some editing now. And I've got to sell some real estate. I've got to find a studio behind here somewhere, as I've got shoots at the weekend. Somewhere behind here is a studio. It's not there. It's not there. But the green screen seems to have worked quite well. I may have to do some shots with the green screen and not just use it for videography. So yeah. So I'm going to be staying around about here, I think. No, there. Newark. So I'm hoping to get some nice pictures of the area. Anyway, I'm off. Bye. No more questions. Bye bye.